Jumoke and Irabor with you this morning.
What? Okay, I always want to sound like
like you.
No, like James Silas.
Oh, okay. Well, as always, we love when you're a part of the conversation. So let us know what your thoughts are. 0809 444 0981. That is the WhatsApp number. And of course, you can also tweet at Smooth981. We're streaming this live on YouTube, by the way, so you can catch the live stream as well. Hi, YouTube. So just search for a Smooth 981. Let's get into it. So this is very interesting. Mr. Easy is joining Gigi Hadid, DJ Khaled, and some other A-list celebrities from across the world in a campaign for Hugo Boss. What does this mean for Mr. Easy?
There's one thing I admire about Mr. Easy, is that he does silent moves. It just pops up in different places. Never lets anybody know. He never gives anybody any idea what he's doing. You just see him here, see him there, see him like Thames, like a lot of these entertainers these days just silently making moves. What does he mean though? Congratulations to him.
I mean, Naomi Campbell is there as well. Anthony Joshua, Lee Min-hyo, the South Korean actor, is there. And Matteo Berrettini, who's a tennis player, by the way, is part of this lineup working with Hugo Boss. Irabor?
Yeah, it just goes to show they are pushing their brand, regardless of what they do primarily. You know, Easy is a musician, Berrettini is a tennis player, Anthony Joshua is a subpar boxer. You know, I'm so happy for Anthony Joshua because, you know, the boxing isn't working out well in terms of talent. Yeah, he's still making money from boxing, you know, but I'm just happy he's getting Hugo Boss moves like this. And it just goes to show that, like I said, these guys are just pushing their brand beyond what they do primarily. And all these international brands are noticing it. And they're also trying to penetrate different markets. Because Easy's market is music, it's different, it's young, it's hip. Anthony Joshua's market is female, people are crushing on him, it's sports, you know, they're trying to tap into tennis. So it's a very strategic move, getting DJ Khaled on board. You know, I mean, if you're going for modeling or anything, DJ Khaled isn't the right person you'll be going for. But in terms of strategy, you know, DJ Khaled is the person you'll be going for based off of what Hugo Boss normally would, you know, use for their campaign. But these guys are bosses, if you put it like that, in their respective, you know, climes. Although Naomi Campbell, we have to give a shout out to Naomi Campbell for still being relevant, you know, tying to Wizkid and every other young person, you know, leeching off all these people. It is a strategy and it's working and it's great for it.
Leeching? Wait, who's leeching now? Naomi or
Naomi.
Come on. Naomi Campbell is an icon, Irabor. She's an icon. Yeah. She doesn't need to leech off of Wizkid. Being seen with Naomi is street cred.
That's the word. Icon. She's cunning. Very cunning.
Wow. Is this something the tea? What's happening to you today?
But we have to give it to Naomi, though. Without Naomi, we wouldn't have had a lot of the iconic and upcoming Black models who are gracing runways, who are doing high fashion, because they just weren't enough. So Naomi Campbell, shout out. Yeah, I'm side-eyeing you. Okay. So let's talk about Iyanya. Now, Iyanya has spoken out following the backlash that he received. Now, apparently, while he was performing, he pushed a fan off stage, and some people are not too happy with him doing that.
I'm in two minds about this. I mean, on the one hand, I'm like, hello, how can you climb on the stage to come and start, you know, invading my personal space? And on the other hand, I'm like, I mean, hello, if these fans did not invest in my brand, I won't be where I am. But in part of me is like, as in, well, okay, going back to the very first side, I'm like, wait, first off, I have a lot of questions. How did the fan get on stage? And as in, was the stage so small that Iyanya couldn't step back or use his hand to, you know, musically and, you know, use dance to push the person off stage in such a I don't know, in a very dramatic way without making it sound, without making it obvious that he was pushing. I'm trying to see that. I've been trying to find that video. I've not been able to find it, but So I have a lot of questions about that. I mean, was there no other way that he could have pushed this?
No, see, we have
how
to
did the person
also
get on stage though?
we have to also respect performers, whether they're musicians or footballers or basketballers or anything. They're performing on their stage.
Exactly.
But we shouldn't also invade their privacy because you really don't know what that person is coming with. It could be a gun, it could be anything. I see how scared, players such as Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi, they just see a fan approaching them, in full speed. Sometimes they really don't know what to do. Do they defend themselves? Do they just stay? Do they, try to quell the situation? So people like that who would start slapping money on your face because of whatever, maybe they paid 10,000, 30,000 or 50,000 naira, to come and watch you perform. Of course, I'm going to shove you back into the crowd. It reminds me of when there was a reporter that was trying to interview Will Smith on one red carpet like that.
And he kissed
very
him.
handsy and very close and everything. And Will Smith gave him a very, that's what we call a dirty slap.
It was a dirty slap. Yeah. The one you get Hawaii.
Yeah, he just went whew, like a Roger Federer backhand. So it just went Hawaii. And nobody complained about that because the guy was just being on.
Yeah, he's very annoying. He's actually has a history.
In this situation, I think that fan deserved it, in my own opinion, from what I saw. Except I see another new evidence that states something different. But yes, Iyanya, in my own opinion, was right. Like he said in his tweet, the guy kept slapping my face with the money and I tried to hold his hand.
That's even embarrassing and disrespectful.
It is disrespectful.
Yeah, we know that Iyanya hasn't been in the spotlight for a minute. Doesn't mean you're not be slapping him money. Come on, calm down.
Well, seriously, how did the fan get on stage? I mean, I thought there were bodyguards that guard the stage whenever an entertainer is on stage.
It happens internationally everywhere. It happens. Fans are crazy. I mean, fans get on pitches at UEFA Champions League and things like that.
And we know what crazy fans can do. Just ask John Lennon's family or Christina Grimmie. We've had stars who were killed. Selena, because crazy fans got too close. So, I mean, that fan shouldn't even complain. I mean, Burna Boy kicked someone, didn't he? So it pushes quite mild. So respect.
I mean, he fell back into the crowd now, so.
Yeah, it was cushioned by the crowd.
Okay, I've got some messages coming through. Daisy says, Irabor, I usually agree, but Savage is on a different level this morning. Leave our Naomi alone. And also, these fans are doing too much. Tayo says, Iyanya says, if you mess around, you find out what happened. Okay, what happened to the bouncer doing his job? Girl Strip 2 is to be shot in Ghana, whereas Nigeria with all her opportunities are looking on. Nollywood, take notes. My only request is that they swap Tiffany Haddish for Janelle James of Abbott Elementary. Tiffany Haddish wears me out. She can be quite
She's
tired.
a lot. No, she's a lot. I don't know what people like about her, but to me, she's a lot. If I was a fellow celebrity, I would create a lot of space between me and her. I would not allow her to come anywhere close to me in any way if I was a star in America there. But from the outside looking in, I'm like, she's giving us the gist now. This stuff will never give us.
You see why it's always good to be private. See what Jumoke just said. She said that she's good for the gist, but in terms of just having that person around, no, she doesn't want the person. So which is why it's always good to be private. But I think Tiffany just had to take on this persona because of the time and the way she came into Nollywood with Girl Strip and everything popping up. It's not as if she wasn't in the, Hollywood, sorry. Yeah, she could pass for a Nollywood star too.
Yeah,
but my point is, yes, she could. Come on, Nollywood is solid. Nollywood is solid.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that, but she will not come to Nollywood. That's what I mean.
Yeah, it was me.
Why the facial expressions? They said I'm savage. The one that is savage today. With the expression. Come on.
I forgot Irabor could see me, and everyone else can see me.
I can see you. Bibi is always watching. So Zibby is always watching. Anyway, so my point is, Tiffany, I feel she just had to assume this role of being this loudmouth, being all over the place. But she did milk it. Got a lot of hosting gigs. Got a lot of comedy specials. Got a lot of roles. She even got common along the way. The societies. What do you call those people? Yeah. So anyway, but at the end of the day, remember Beyonce had a line in a song because of Tiffany, when Tiffany started spilling the tea about how she was looking at another woman when Jay-Z was in a party or something, where Beyonce was like, if you want to hang out with the queen, you got to sign a non-disclosure. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And there was a time that Tiffany actually spilled some tea that someone who we think or they say is Sana Lathan bit Beyonce's nose.
Oh, no, cheek.
or cheek. I'm like, what, Tiffany? People like that don't get invited to Hollywood parties because they talk too much.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot. There are a lot of secrets in that Hollywood. A lot.
But I also think she's going through something too. I mean, I don't know. From things I've been hearing her say, how she's been acting, I think she's going through something.
Now, speaking about that, Jumoke, you just said there are a lot of secrets in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but you're in Nollywood. Are there secrets in Nollywood? And can you tell us some of them?
No, I cannot. No, there are lots of secrets, obviously.
Tell us.
No.
Okay, what's worth a shot? Okay, speaking about Nollywood, Rahama Sadao, who is an actress in Nollywood, says that the government needs to fund the movie industry. She says that lack of funds is affecting the production of quality movies in Nollywood.
It is. And what has helped in the last 5 to 10 years is the advent of, these streaming platforms that have put money in to have paid producers to create original works, like the originals for like maybe Showmax, Netflix, all of that. So that has helped with the quality. But for those that are not into television, that for film, you have to bring your own money if you want to create a certain level of quality. It's a certain level of quality, and it's a lot of money. I mean, soup way sweet now, money kill.
But there have been some Nollywood projects that a lot of money has been. You can tell money went in there, but they just leave you feeling like, okay, is that all?
It's called money misread. It's not everybody that knows how to use the money. I mean, just because you have money doesn't mean that you're an excellent producer. And there are lots of people that every day come into Nollywood and they think, oh, I'm an actress. Oh, I'm an actor. Oh, I'm a producer. Oh, I'm a director. They don't go through any form of training, no kind of, they have no experience of any sort. They just come in and start. And it's not bad, but the problem is that if you're not, even for the most established actor, entertainer, you have to be constantly taking refresher courses, doing short courses, basically helping your craft along on a regular basis. So if people up there are still going to school on a regular basis, doing short acting courses and all that to make sure that they stay fresh, you that is coming in, you should do the same thing too. But a lot of us Nollywood people that do this on a regular basis, that go back to school, we don't really we hardly ever put it out there now. Oh, I'm back in school, because they don't. If you put it out there that you're in school, you're sending a message to every producer and director out there, God bless you, they're unavailable. So we can't exactly say when we're in school that we're in school, because we don't want to go and shoot ourselves in the foot, basically affect our bag. If not, it would have been so nice to put it out there on a regular basis.
Yes. So people know you just don't wake up and say, I'm going to act. You need to get better.
Even if you wake up and decide, oh, you're an actor, even if you don't have the talent, at least get the training on a regular basis. Make sure that no matter what, every time in between jobs, because you're perpetually jobless, in between jobs, while you're looking for the next job, you're still doing some form of training. And that, usually, in addition to some form of training, you also make sure that you do the big training. For example, that's why people like Gideon Okeke is in a class by himself, because he's Strasbourg trained and he went to New York Film Academy. He's a proper, the kind of actor that will be, whose education we all strive to have. And he's
kind of actor that is cute to look at too.
Oh yes, he's on the eyes. So I mean, it's not single, just because you have the money does not mean
he is. What? He is single. All right, Irabor, I hope you know him. Well, give me my number.
I can book you guys.
I know him.
Okay, so Irabor, what do you think about this funding thing? And Rahama's point.
What I'm going to say, it may upset some people. First of all, what Rahama is saying, the sky is blue. The sky is blue. We all know this. But again, if you want to come into an industry or come into any business, you have to understand your environment. You have to understand your audience. What's the environment like right now? Nigeria is upside down in that area. But also, if you want to come into Nollywood, you have to do your research. And I have to give a shout out to Lagos State Government, Ebony Life Media, Africa International Film Festivals. Those guys actually have trainings that are free for people to go and learn respective courses in directing, in acting, in producing, in cinematography. Like, it is there. But the thing is, people are lazy. People don't want to work or own their craft. People just want to wake up and become Martin Scorsese at the end of the day. They don't know that it takes work. Even Will Smith went through training. Look at how Will Smith is now. Before, Will Smith wasn't the way he was. For you to get to Denzel's level, you have to train. For you to get to RMD's level, you have to train. Yep. So people need to open their eyes and also sacrifice. If you want to come into Nollywood and you say that there is no funding, and go and do another job. Nobody is asking you to come into the industry, or you do what you need to do. That is why I don't blame anybody who does all those their BBL and goes on Instagram and try to market themselves beyond whatever. Because at the end of the day,
Irabor.
Yes. No. Seriously, because the branding right now is what would help you get roles. I'm not talking about sleeping with directors. No, I'm not talking about sleeping with directors. I'm never for that. I mean, I'm not telling you to go the Harvey Weinstein role. I'm talking about people try to market themselves, brand themselves so that they can be seen more by these guys who are casting. People try to put out skits. People try to be innovative. So if you want to come into the industry, you always have to look for the gap in the market and the market in the gap, because there is a space for everybody. You see skit makers, for example, they have certain niches that you can actually, know that, okay, this person is great at this person is great at this person is great at this. It doesn't mean that you can't have what's her name, a Taoma, or the other lady before Taoma, or any other person after Taoma. I mean, there's always going to be space. So yes, the government doesn't fund, the government isn't doing great, the government is horrible when it comes to Nollywood. They will say they've given billions and billions or whatever, but the thing is that when you're throwing billions, do you understand the industry to be able to develop it? So it's not today's talk. Let's just move on. It's not today.
All right. Daisy says, I'm sorry, but should the government pump money into everything? Is Nollywood saving lives? Let's take a quick break, and when we return, we'll continue the conversation. This is the Grapevine.
Is Nollywood saving lives? Are you kidding me? Is it? Really?
Nollywood is saving lives.
Nobody's bringing out guns and shooting people. It's because of Nollywood. We can hear you on YouTube. Can you hear her? Please say yes if you can hear Miriam on YouTube. Despite the whisper. Is Nollywood saving lives? Really? Is it? If you will give me microphone I have one. But if you give me time by mistake, please explain why. No. If I stood here, now I'll hug you first. No, give me time, but there's no time. I will bring, in fact, I will convince and not confuse you that Nollywood has saved many lives. It's still saving lives. You see people killing themselves and killing others. The fact that we are at the we are queuing and nobody's bringing out a gun and shooting or doing anything worse.
I see what you mean.
It's because of Nollywood. Because unfortunately, the good thing and the bad thing about Nollywood is that Nollywood is an opium. It helps us escape.
And we need a lot of escapes.
We need to actually not escape. We need to actually be present so we can do something about the fight back. Because it's us being present that is going to make these things start.
Sometimes you need to take a little break.
Nigerians are not fighting back anything. Nobody has that time. After you go and look for fuel for how many hours, you know, to go and fight back.
This morning.
Jumoke, this morning I felt so bad when you were talking about
No. Those real kills are ridiculous.
I can imagine.
No. It doesn't make any sense.
All right, we're going on in about 15.
Does whatever it takes to own it all.
Okay.
On Showmax.
So
I'm going to
Irabor,
so
me and Gideon. Imagine how me and Gideon would look fine.
Oh, you will look fine together.
And he's so fine. His voice. And there was something about the guy.
Yes.
Oh wait, I forgot that we were streaming that live.
Wrong one.
Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. This is the Grapevine. Zibby, Jumoke, and Irabor this morning. Okay, so let's talk about Blackface. Now, Blackface is known for being a songwriter. He's had some controversies in the past and the present, but right now he is basically telling artists to stop stealing his songs. And in an interview, he said, "The time I released the songs that were allegedly stolen online, I don't want to trend. I just want people to stop touching my music without my permission. I'm begging them to stop. Many of them plan shows and they intentionally don't invite me. They should give me the credit I deserve."
Well, he needs to start to sue people. I mean, complaining doesn't do anything. I think he's been complaining about this same thing for a while. I mean, Blackface is an excellent songwriter, but As if people, what's the matter,
Irabor, is that a real?
Excuse me, please. Oh yeah, talk.
No, finish, Olajumoke.
No, I'm curious.
Finish, Jumoke. Sorry, finish.
Is that based on some of the songs that he has claimed? Nobody has come out to say, "Oh, it's a lie." And the one I wrote it wasn't blackface, but he needs to start to sue people. It's not a matter of telling people, "Oh, don't do this, don't touch myself, don't credit me." It's not everybody that will credit you. Sue them. So if you hear your song here, and even if it's a small part of your song that was taken without your permission, without any legal paper trail to show that okay, this person legally asked for your permission,
and without any royalties and cuts.
God bless you. Okay, well, royalties and cuts, well, that's a whole different conversation. But he needs to start to sue people. Sue. Stop complaining. Sue. As in, if people are using your work without your permission, please go ahead and sue.
I'm so sorry. See, blackface should shut up, please. I do not want any media house to even carry any news about blackface unless it is something that is worthy of note. This guy has been complaining for God knows how long. Like Jumoke said, if you have an issue, you can even make more money by suing them if they indeed steal your songs. Exactly. So sue them or educate yourself on how to do publishing, on how to know about music sharing and all that. And stop complaining. Is that the only thing going for you? About just complaining that people are stealing your songs? My goodness, are you Neo? Are you Thames? Please, come on, brother. Go and make new music or start a company or open up a hub to teach people how to write songs or just do something. Please, for Christ's sakes. Stop complaining and talking. You wrote.
But can't we show blackface some empathy, though? What if he's in a situation where he cannot actually afford to get legal representation?
We're in 2020.
No, but he has the right to complain if this is his work. It's I've seen people complain on Twitter, someone stole my tweets. People complain, someone copied my term paper. This happened to me at uni when someone ripped off my term paper, and I was so upset. Yes, so these things happen. No, I didn't.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Blackface is a former member of Plantation Boys, right? Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. He has a platform already that the fact that he would say something media houses are talking about, he already has a platform. I don't know whether it's well-to-do or isn't well-to-do, but my point is it's not going to be difficult for blackface to get representation, at least up to this point. Mm-hmm. Do you get my point? So again, my point is, are you just having fun or you just keep talking without doing anything? He's not doing anything. That's my point. He's not doing anything from the empowerment standpoint. He's not doing anything from the artist standpoint. He's not doing anything from the development standpoint. If anybody steals your song today, we're in the technological age. Blackface can literally carry a phone and go and record something and produce it on YouTube, and he can put his music out, and it can be on iTunes. Stop complaining. I hear people complain. Please, I just don't like it.
Wow, blackface. You know what? We should try and get blackface on this show to, share some part of his story, right? Exactly. I do feel like, yes, people did share some sort of, but yeah, maybe people are getting tired of him complaining. But then also maybe people need to be more original and stop stealing his songs, or at least ask for a permission.
How are they even stealing the songs? How are they stealing the songs? They went to rob the bank or what? Or they took it off his phone? Or they went to his house and put it at gunpoint and took his song. I'm trying to understand. And he doesn't want to mention
samples.
Why not mention names?
Uncredited. Maybe he also needs to shame people. But we know what happened the last time he called out a former member of his band saying, "Oh, I wrote that song." It dragged on for over a decade. Yep. He made lifelong enemies.
Does he have documentation?
God bless you.
Did he sign a contract?
You sign a contract.
Did they have them sign a contract? Come on now, Zibby. Now let's not be giving this guy gas and just be talking and be doing kumbaya here. It's a business. Act like it.
All right, the business of making music. It is a business. Now, speaking about something that I'm personally really excited about this. Now, you all know about the Michael Jackson biopic that's coming. I think it's well deserved after the travesty with Flex Alexander many years ago playing Michael Jackson. It was horrible. But anyway,
I didn't see that.
Thank God you didn't. It was a waste of time. But Michael Jackson is going to have his story told. And the most amazing part is his nephew, Jafar, who's Jermaine Jackson's son, is
Mhm.
actually going to portray Michael Jackson.
What I really love about it, even though it will be quite biased, it's going to affect the what is that it's his estate that is doing the film, that is producing the film. So that means that they'll be able to. Okay, well, they might not tell us the truth, but all those controversies about the child molestation,
He's innocent.
Found
innocent.
He was found innocent. Yes,
all charges
were dropped. If anybody else apart from his estate had done the film, they would have put out their own view. And a lot of people still believe till today that Oga Michael was guilty. As in, a lot of people still believe it, even though legally they were able to prove that he was not. As in, no court was able to say, yes, it's true, he did this, he did that. So I like it, sir. I like the fact that it's his estate that is doing the film. Yeah. So we'll be able to get a much more loving view of Michael. I miss Michael. I do miss him a lot. Still breaks my heart. I mean, 2009, how time flies. Is it
2009? Yeah.
Goodness, how time flies.
Wow.
15 or 16 years ago
it's
now.
Like all those, what were you doing moments when you heard when Michael died?
What was I doing? Oh my. I can't remember.
I remember.
I just know I watched. I remember what I was doing when they were showing the burial live.
Was it in June, right?
It was in June. Yes,
it was June.
25th of June.
25th of June.
Yes.
Wow.
So, Irabor, are you looking forward to this biopic? What do you think about the choice of casting?
I'm always looking forward to film, whether it's biopic or just fiction or non-fiction or whatever. I saw Jafar's picture, kind of looks like Michael a little bit. I mean, portrayal-wise, So casting is also very key in that regard. I'm sure Jumoke would understand what I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely.
I get Jumoke's point also. It's something I was even going to raise where, because it's not being done by someone else outside of the estate, it may not have a difference in view. But at the end of the day, it's their estate. They must talk about their person in whatever light they choose to. I mean, it's their brother, it's their uncle, it's their everything. At the end of the day, now my point is, would it be a great film technically? Would this Jafar guy be able to act? Would he be able to carry, that character of
He's a Jackson.
Doesn't mean
well, I mean, you see some pastors, they have children who smoke weed. So you get my point. So let's apple sometimes falls far
from the tree.
Yeah. So, but the point is, Antoine Fuqua is the person who is going to be directing it. That's a very brilliant director. He has directed Denzel Washington and a host of other, Hollywood A-listers. So I'm happy about this. The fact that Michael is getting, a biopic, because we've had numerous Whitney Houston biopics. In fact, I'm even tired of some of them.
And they've all fallen flat, in my opinion. I haven't seen the latest one, but...
Yeah, the latest one, I haven't seen that one too, because I got tired at the point. There's this girl from America's Next Top Model who played Whitney one time.
Yeah, the Costa, yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I used to have a crush on Yaya, by the way.
She's fine.
Zibby, because of this, I'm going to hook you up with Gideon. I'll even pay for the date.
Really? Oh, I love this. Nothing is as good as a free date.
Yes,
Hollywood man.
Just take pictures, Sha.
Yes, and I'll post it on my social media.
When you guys are getting married.
What? that is a stretch.
I said, give him, don't throw it. Just give it to him.
I'll give it to you like Irabor. Here you go. All right, let's look at some messages coming through. Taya says, Michael Jackson would need to... I refuse to read this. Jumoke, can you read this?
As in out loud? Do you want me to read it out loud?
Yes. Taya, I am not happy with you.
Where?
What did you say?
Okay. Michael Jackson would need 2 actors for purposes of representation. Oh, yeah. Ripped to the leg. That's true. I mean, because he changed his face. Hello.
It was his skin condition.
Yes. That's why we need an actor that represents that later part of his life. Please, not an impersonator, please. Lots of those.
But this your laughter is so mean.
Imagine your stunt double winning Best Supporting Actor and the main guy wins Best Actor.
Wow. Let's see. Amobai says, I don't understand why Irabor is so angry. A man sees his work being used by another person and he's supposed to keep mute. If blackface sues anyone, it's a waste of resources.
No, it's not.
Yeah. But Nigeria, we don't exactly live in a society that really frowns on plagiarism.
It doesn't matter.
No, I frown against it. I frown against it and I understand it wholeheartedly. What I'm saying is he's simply just only complaining and not taking action. Where in 2022, 2023, you can actually take action.
Take action.
You get my point. Like, that's my point. Call out the people. You don't want to call them out. It's like, something happened to me, but I don't want to say what happened. Come on, brother. Talk now.
It's
you
very
just want pity party.
Yeah,
that's my
point.
Very
painful. It's very painful when a fellow entertainer as IP is being plagiarized or being used in a way that.
How many of my ideas brands have stolen now that I cannot talk to today? I know how many brands I can't talk to because they've gaslighted me. Yes, I mean yeah. See, let me not even go into detail. But I've handled it. You understand? Small boy like me, we call lawyer.
No. All right, blackface. Well, you know what? Maybe you need to take action. And to everyone else who feels like something that they've created has been taken, don't stay silent. Unfortunately, some of these people have more resources, they have more fans, they will attack. And if you can stand the heat, well, go in the kitchen then. All right, well, that's all the time that we have on the Grapevine this morning. I know the time went by so quickly. Thank you so much, Jumoke. Thank you, Irabor, and thank you for listening.
Bye. Yeah, I didn't mention Garrett Barrett or Barrett Singer.
Sorry?
Are we off the internet?
Have you pressed stop? Wait. Oh, if we end it from here, I don't know how we're gonna do this. Because if I press end,
I will chat to you.
Okay, please. All right, Irabor, bye.
There's some things you need to know. I'll chat.
Really?